Okay, so in this video, we're gonna go over some of the either or choices of all the things you can do in Calgary, in the Calgary area. All right, let's talk about the either or game. The things you could either do in Calgary, or you could go to the mountains and do something there. Okay, here's some good ideas for the either or game. In Calgary, you could visit the Calgary Tower, pretty cool, go to the top, look down, it's kind of scary and all that. Or you could go out to Canmore and go to Grassy Lakes and visit the waterfall. In Calgary, you could go to Sandy Beach, right on the Elbow River, pretty cool place in Marda. Or you could go up to Kananaskis and visit Barrier Lake, and maybe even hike up Prairie West if you really got a lot of energy. All right, this is one of my most favorite places to go. It's right by Canmore. It's up at Grassy Lakes with this amazing waterfall. It's not too hard of a hike. And you know what? These are all the little gems that are hidden within about 45 minutes or an hour from Calgary. Can you believe it? It just doesn't get any better than this. And the views up here are astounding. And one of the things on a really hot day I love doing, put my bathing suit on and stand under the water. But whatever you do, don't be that guy that came up here in a Speedo like last year. It was really bad. Okay, so one of the things you can do is where I'm standing right now, which is up at Scotsman Hill, and it's absolutely amazing up here because, of course, it's got a great view. And there's all kinds of jogging paths up here and biking paths. And you'll notice behind me is the Calgary Stampede. It's on right now. This is a big deal. It happens every year. It kind of gives the whole city its identity. And you can even come up here and watch the fireworks during the Stampede. Pretty awesome place. All right, we're now at the top of Grassy Lakes, and you gotta just love this place. The water is just the most amazing color of blue and green, and you can see the bottom of the lake. And it's just so peaceful up here. Bring a book, relax, take it all in. Can you believe this is like 45 minutes from Calgary? This is why people live here. One of my favorite parks in Calgary has got to be Nose Hill Park. And Nose Hill Park's up in the northwest, and it's a really cool place. There's all kinds of beautiful wildlife and birds up there. The views of the city are absolutely amazing. You can mountain bike, you can hike, and the park itself is enormous. So you can't go wrong spending a day there. Or of course, if you want to get out of the city and get away from all of this craziness that goes on during Stampede, is you can get out to the mountains and you can go to Kananaskis country. And one of my favorite places to go is the Nakiska area because there's all kinds of amazing hikes. And one of my favorites is Trow Falls. So put that on your list if you want to get out into the mountains. Hey, the one thing about hiking, if you're a bit of a city slicker, just make sure you don't get off the beaten path because there are bears here. But if you are an experienced hiker and you have bear spray and a bunch of people around, you're probably going to be okay. Oh, by the way, don't feed the bears. Now, if you want to get out of the city, Canmore is obviously one of the hot spots. I love Canmore, and I have a good fortune of owning real estate there, and I get to spend a lot of time there myself. Hauling is one of my favorite mountains to climb, and you climb up start around Spray Lakes, and it's a fantastic hike. It'll take you probably about 4, maybe 5 hours if you're slow like me. If you're really quick, I've actually seen people do it in 2 hours. In fact, I've even seen people in Canmore that are older than me jog up Howling. How's that? I mean, there's some really fit people that live in Canmore. But when you get to the top, the views are absolutely incredible. And you'll take some pictures. It'll be an unforgettable moment. So you cannot go wrong by going up Howling if you're into hiking. Let's talk about hiking. There's also really extreme hiking. If you've ever seen Mount Temple, I mean, Mount Temple, almost every year somebody dies up there. It's a very dangerous place, but I have, like, for example, my neighbor in Canmore, he's absolutely crazy with what he does and how he climbs. He climbs with ropes and does lead climbing. This is extreme stuff and very dangerous. And as far as like climbing goes, yeah, Mount Temple and all kinds of places to climb. Another extreme sport, but there is a ton of that offered in Calgary, no limits. And then there's kayaking. I mean, I thought kayaking was just a nice float down the river until I went to the Kananaskis River and I saw an obstacle course with all kinds of crazy rapids and people going under and starting off on cliffs. It just seems like no matter if you're an extreme sport person, whatever sport you do, you can take it to that extreme level in Calgary because it offers it. Raging rivers on the kicking horse in Kananaskis, well, they exist only about 45 minutes from Calgary, so it's offered. Of course, if you are that person who just likes to casually float down the Bow River, you can do that. But like I keep saying in this video, if you want the extreme, Calgary offers it. So of course we can go on and on with the either or of things to do in the Calgary area. But I think at the end of the day, if you are really serious about moving to Calgary and you want the lifestyle, it offers it here. As far as business goes, we're a city of about 1.4 million people and we're rapidly growing. And I think the city itself is becoming more and more well known. So as far as jobs and having a career or finding something that you could do that you would enjoy doing as a career, well, obviously it's offered here. And I think that's what makes it so incredible is that we have all these things to do and it's right here with a city of 1.4 million. That's what makes Calgary extra special.